At the age of 64, after more than 30 years battling Parkinson's disease, Michael J. Fox made a statement that stunned everyone. He listed the people he does not want to appear at his funeral. And the first two names? Johnny Depp and George Clooney, two of the biggest stars in Hollywood. This is not about hatred or conflict. This is about something entirely different. A philosophy of life that perhaps only someone who has stared death in the face can truly understand. Why would the man who once played Marty McFly not want such famous names at his final ceremony? And who are the people he truly wants beside him when the journey ends? The answer may force you to reflect on your entire life. Welcome back to the channel. When we think of Michael J. Fox, most of us immediately picture Marty McFly, the teenager in a red jacket driving the DeLorean through time in Back to the Future. But there is a question few dare to consider. When a star like Michael J. Fox passes away, what will his funeral be like? Will there be hundreds of Hollywood celebrities crowding in, paparazzi swarming, and long-winded eulogies? It turns out the answer is no, at least not according to his own wishes. In a recent interview, Fox spoke candidly about death, something most celebrities avoid. And the most shocking part? He specifically named the people he does not want to see there, including Johnny Depp and George Clooney. It sounds strange, doesn't it? But once you understand the reason behind it, you'll realize this is one of the deepest lessons about living fully and dying honestly. Today, we're going to explore this deeply moving story. Michael J. Fox was born in 1961 into a military family in Canada. His childhood was anything but romantic, constantly moving from place to place due to his father's assignments. Each time he changed schools, he was the new kid, forced to learn how to connect with strangers and find his way in unfamiliar environments. This inadvertently taught Fox an invaluable skill, adaptability and communication. But it also gave him a deep longing for stability, for a place where he truly belonged. At the age of 15, Fox made a wild decision that most parents would oppose. He dropped out of school to pursue his acting dream. With an almost empty wallet, he headed to Los Angeles, the city of Hollywood dreams. But reality was far harsher. Fox later recalled nights when he had to sleep on the floor, using a phone book as a pillow because he couldn't afford a proper bed. He took on every odd job imaginable, from waiting tables to delivering packages, just to pay rent and afford a simple meal each day. But perseverance paid off. In 1982, Fox was cast as Alex P. Keaton in the sitcom Family Ties. The role turned an unknown young man into a familiar face in millions of American households. Alex was a conservative, intelligent, and ambitious teenager, the complete opposite of his hippie parents. Fox's humor and natural acting won over audiences, but the true peak came in 1985 with Back to the Future. The role of Marty McFly didn't just make Fox a movie star, it turned him into a cultural icon. The film grossed over $380 million worldwide and became one of the greatest classics of all time. However, success came at a brutal cost. Fox worked an insane schedule, filming Family Ties during the day, then rushing straight to the Back to the Future set to shoot all night. He slept only 2 to 3 hours a day for months on end. His body began to react, but he assumed it was just temporary exhaustion. He had no idea something far worse was waiting ahead. In 1991, when everything seemed perfect, his career at its peak, the birth of his first son, Fox noticed something was wrong. One morning, he woke up to find his left pinky finger trembling uncontrollably. At first, he thought it was stress or lack of sleep, but the symptoms didn't fade. After multiple medical visits, the final diagnosis came like a hammer blow: early onset Parkinson's disease. He was only 29 years old. Parkinson's is a progressive, incurable neurodegenerative disease. It slowly destroys the brain cells that produce dopamine, leading to tremors, muscle stiffness, loss of balance, and eventually loss of mobility. For an actor, it is essentially a death sentence for a career. But Fox wasn't ready to surrender. He decided to keep his condition secret from the public. From 1991 to 1998, 7 long years, he lived in constant fear and concealment. To hide his tremors on screen, Fox relied on every acting trick he could. He kept his hands in his pockets, held props to mask the shaking, or asked for camera angles that concealed his symptoms. But behind the scenes, he was falling apart. Fear of the future, of losing his career and his ability to care for his family, pushed him into a spiral of alcoholism. He drank to forget, to numb the pain, to temporarily escape reality. This was the darkest period of Fox's life, a period he rarely discusses in interviews. The one thing that pulled him back from the edge was his family. His wife, Tracy Pollan, whom he married in 1988, did not abandon him. She stood by him, supported him, and reminded him that life still had meaning, that his children needed their father. Fox gave up alcohol, sought therapy, and began learning how to live with the disease instead of running from it. In 1998, Fox made a life-changing decision. He publicly revealed his Parkinson's diagnosis to the world. In a national television interview, he spoke openly about 7 years of hiding, about fear, and about his decision to stop running. The public reaction far exceeded his expectations. Instead of pity or rejection, he received overwhelming support. Thousands of letters poured in, and many people living with Parkinson's expressed gratitude for his courage, saying he made them feel less alone. In 2000, Fox founded the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. This was not just another charity. It quickly became the largest non-profit organization in the world dedicated to Parkinson's research. To date, the foundation has funded more than $1.5 billion in research projects, from developing new medications to testing advanced therapies. Fox wasn't just fighting for himself, but for millions of others living with the disease. He transformed personal tragedy into a global mission. But his daily battle remained extremely harsh. Fox lost the ability to play the guitar, a passion since childhood, because his fingers could no longer move with precision. Simple tasks like buttoning a shirt, tying shoelaces, or holding a glass of water became major challenges. The medications brought severe side effects, from nausea and dizziness to uncontrollable involuntary movements, dyskinesia. There were days when he couldn't even get out of bed, yet he kept going, kept smiling, kept joking with fate. And now we come to the most shocking part, Fox's statement about his own funeral. In a recent interview, when asked about death and how he would want his funeral to be, Fox responded with his trademark humor. He said there were a few people he didn't want to see there, and first on the list was Johnny Depp. Why Johnny Depp? Fox explained jokingly, "Johnny is a wonderful guy, but the problem is, you never know what version of him will show up. I don't want my funeral to turn into a Pirates of the Caribbean premiere, with Johnny showing up dressed as Captain Jack Sparrow with heavy guy liner and dreadlocks. A solemn ceremony suddenly turning into Johnny Depp's personal performance. Thanks, but no thanks." The second name on the blacklist was George Clooney. Fox joked, "George is one of the most charming men on the planet. The problem is, if he shows up, people will forget whose funeral it is. All the women will just stare at George, whispering about his smile. I don't want my death to be overshadowed by George Clooney's charm." Of course, these were jokes. Fox doesn't actually hate Depp or Clooney, but behind the humor lies a deeper message. Fox wants a simple, intimate ceremony, free of Hollywood drama. He doesn't want paparazzi, and he doesn't want people attending out of obligation or because they want to be seen at a celebrity event. He wants a real farewell, a place where those who truly love him can say goodbye in peace. Fox shared that after more than 3 decades battling illness, he views death far more realistically than most people. "I'm not afraid of dying," he said. "I just want to make sure that when it happens on my terms. Simple, sincere, and quiet." So who does Fox truly want there? The list is simple and deeply meaningful. First and foremost is his family. Tracy Pollan, the woman who stood by him through every rise and fall, who didn't leave when the disease was discovered, who raised their 4 children with love and patience. Fox once said, "Tracy is the reason I'm still alive, not the medication, not the doctors, but her love." Their 4 children, Sam, Aquina, Skylar, and Esme, are Fox's greatest pride. They grew up watching their father fight illness, and that taught them courage, resilience, and unconditional love. Second are true friends. Not Hollywood stars or celebrities, but people who genuinely care about Fox as a human being. People who sat drinking coffee with him on his hardest days, who called to check in not because he was Michael J. Fox, but because he was Michael. A friend, a father, a person trying to live one day at a time. And finally, the team at the Michael J. Fox Foundation, the scientists, researchers, and advocates who have fought alongside him for a shared goal, finding a cure for Parkinson's. Fox sees them as comrades, and he wants them to know that their work has profound meaning not only for him, but for millions of others. Fox said, "I want my funeral to be a place where people who truly understand me, love me, and walk this path with me can share good memories. No acting, no pretending, just honesty." Michael J. Fox's story is not a sad one. Yes, he has faced a devastating disease no one deserves. Yes, he has lost many abilities that most people take for granted. But he has also shown the world that life is not about avoiding suffering, it's about facing it with courage and humor. Fox once said, "Parkinson's has taken a lot from me, but it's also given me some things. It taught me to appreciate every moment. It taught me that family matters more than career. It taught me that I'm stronger than I ever thought." For him, death is not an enemy, but the natural end of a long journey, and he wants to end that journey in his own way, with peace, simplicity, and surrounded by love. Fox's final message is about living fully, loving deeply, and not letting anything, even illness, steal the joy of life. He is living proof that strength isn't about never falling, but about always getting back up after each fall. Michael J. Fox, from Marty McFly to a warrior against Parkinson's, has shown us that life is not measured by what we achieve, but by how we face our challenges. He turned tragedy into hope, suffering into a mission, and now, even when speaking about death, he still makes us laugh and reflect. His blacklist isn't about resentment, it's about wanting a farewell that is honest, simple, and full of love. If this story touched your heart, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more inspiring stories. Share this video to spread a message of courage and hope. What do you think about the way Michael J. Fox views death with humor instead of fear? If it were you, how would you want your funeral to be? And who would you want by your side? Share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. Remember, live each day as if it matters, because it truly does. Stay strong, stay positive.